From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 8. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion, Hill. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Boy, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Oilers will extend their lead here just before halftime. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From the 10.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 6. Being chased out left. He's going to flip one. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Inside the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw here. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Down the sideline he goes, and he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the run. 2nd and 13. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands you're going to get additional guys running at the
touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Oilers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end.